Why do people stay in jobs they hate, in relationships that drain them, in habits that they don't want? People choose unhappiness over certainty every day. Not because they want to suffer, but because suffering feels safer than the unknown. Uncertainty threatens our identity, our routines, our relationships, our sense of control. The moment we step into the unknown, we risk loss, failure, rejection, embarrassment, and change. And the brain is wired to avoid all those more than it avoids misery. Predictable feels like control. So people stay in jobs they hate, in relationships that drain them, in habits that they don't want. It's the devil you know trap. Predictable misery feels more stable than unpredictable possibility. And it sounds tragic because everything we want lives in the unknown. New relationships, high income, better health, meaningful work, everything we desire the most is on the other side of uncertainty. We all have something that we want, but we haven't pursued yet because of this fear. So, if this is the way our brains are wired, is the situation hopeless? Absolutely not. It is possible to override this natural algorithm, and it has nothing to do with force or willpower. It's about retraining your brain to treat uncertainty as a manageable risk instead of a mortal threat. And here are 5 ways to do that. First, make uncertainty safe in small doses. Our brain only fears big unknowns. Micro-uncertainty trains it like a muscle. You can take a different route home, start a conversation with someone new, say no once where you usually say yes, see what happens. Take a dance class or start a new habit you're not ready for. Each small success sends your brain the message, the unknown didn't kill us. Second, build an identity that grows through action. Your identity drives your behavior more than motivation ever will. If you tell yourself, I'm someone who avoids risk, you'll stay stuck. But if your identity becomes, I'm someone who figures things out, I'm someone who tries new things, then uncertainty starts supporting your identity instead of threatening it. Small acts of uncertainty, the micro-challenges, create proof that you are capable. That proof becomes competence, your internal evidence that says, no matter what happens, I can handle it. And competence beats confidence every single day. Third, replace catastrophic imagination with realistic imagination. We don't avoid uncertainty, we avoid the imaginary disaster that we have attached to it. Ask yourself, what's the most realistic thing that will happen? Not the worst, not the best, just the most likely. If you are thinking of starting a side project, for example, the most realistic outcome isn't I'll fail publicly and ruin my life. It's more like I'll learn something new and maybe make some progress. Your nervous system will calm down, then you replace imaginary catastrophes with grounded predictions. Fourth, focus on the process, not the outcome. Uncertainty becomes less terrifying than the outcome. The goal isn't the main thing we are focusing on. Don't say, I have to change, it has to work out perfectly. Try instead, I'm exploring, I'm gathering information, I'm experimenting. Remember Edison with his light bulb? He was running experiments. Every time something didn't work, he didn't treat it as a failure, he treated it as data. He was simply discovering one more way that doesn't work and moving to the next. That's what makes uncertainty manageable. You stop treating it like a final exam. You treat it like a series of small tests. Then life becomes an experiment, uncertainty becomes the laboratory, not the enemy. You're just testing things. Fifth, expect fear and move anyway. The goal isn't to eliminate fear, it's to stop treating the presence of fear as a stop sign. Fear is just your nervous system saying we've never done this before. It doesn't tell you this is impossible. It just says pay attention. That's all. So let the fear do its thing. In the end, it's up to you to decide which pain you prefer. You can stay stuck and unhappy, and this is the default predictable pain. Or you can grow and feel the pain of uncertainty. They both hurt, but only one takes you forward. So do one thing today that your predictable self wouldn't do. Just one. Because the moment you choose purposeful discomfort, your brain starts rewriting its story. And this makes all the difference.